So, you're thinking about becoming a financial analyst. Awesome. Consider this your personal roadmap. We're going to break down everything you need to know to get started on what is seriously a really exciting journey. Okay, let's get into it.
First things first, why should you even be listening? Well, because this career is in demand. We're looking at an 8% projected job growth over the next decade. Now, that's faster than the average for all jobs out there, which basically means companies are hiring and they need smart people like you.
All right, let's frame this as your call to adventure. Before any great journey, you got to know the terrain, right? So in this first part, we're going to explore the world of financial analysis, what it is, and what it really means to be an analyst. At its core, a financial analyst is kind of like a translator and a strategist all rolled into one. You take all this raw data, spreadsheets, market trends, all that stuff, and you turn it into a story that helps a company make smart, critical decisions. You're the one guiding the ship, really.
Now, you'll hear people talk about buy side versus sell side, and it's a really key distinction. Think of it like this. Buy side analysts work for a specific team, like a hedge fund, and their job is to find the best investments to make their own team win. Sell side analysts, they're more like expert consultants, providing research and advice to other teams to help them make their buying decisions.
Okay, every adventure needs the right gear. So in this next part, we're going to talk about building your essential toolkit. We're talking education, skills, certifications, everything you need to pack in your bag to be successful. So what about school? Do you need a fancy degree? Well, we looked at over 1,000 job postings, and the results are pretty interesting. A lot of jobs want a degree, for sure, but look at that. Almost a third of them don't even specify one. That tells you that while a degree helps, there are definitely other ways to break into this field. So regardless of your education, these 8 skills right here, they're pretty much non-negotiable. Of course, you need the hard skills. You got to know your way around financial models. But seriously, do not sleep on the other stuff. Being able to communicate your ideas and solve tricky problems, that's what separates the good analysts from the truly great ones. Looking for a way to stand out from the crowd? Certifications. They are an absolute game changer. The data shows that having a CPA or experience with ERP systems gets mentioned a lot in job postings. And that CFA, the Chartered Financial Analyst designation, it might look smaller here, but trust me, in the industry, it's considered the gold standard. I have to pause on this for a second because this is so important. Pretty much everyone in finance uses Excel, but over 90% of them are just scratching the surface. If you can truly master it, I'm talking pivot tables, macros, the whole shebang, it's not just a skill, it's a legit superpower.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now, let's get down to the how. This next section is your actual roadmap, the step-by-step guide that will take you from right where you are now to landing that killer financial analyst job.
And here it is. We've broken it down into 5 clear steps. 1. Get that foundational education or certification. 2. Really focus on getting those key skills we talked about. 3, and this is a big one, get your hands dirty with real projects. Theory is great, but practice is everything. 4, build a resume that pops. And 5, get out there and start applying.
Think of your resume as the first puzzle a recruiter sees. You want to make it easy for them to solve. So please, avoid these classic mistakes. Sloppy formatting, typos, no excuses, and for goodness sake, keep it to 1 page. And use strong, active language. Show them what you did, not just what you were a part of.
So your amazing resume gets you in the door. Now you've got a new set of puzzles, the interview questions, and you are almost guaranteed to get some version of this one. How would you value a company? They don't want a single number here. They want to see how you think.
So, how do you answer that? Well, you've got 3 main tools in your valuation toolkit. You can talk about what similar companies have sold for recently. You can run a discounted cash flow analysis, or DCF, or you can compare key metrics to competitors in the market. A rockstar answer will probably mention all 3 approaches.
So you've put in the work, you've geared up, you've navigated the path. What's the treasure at the end of this journey? In our final section, let's look at the rewards. We're talking salary, growth, and where this career can take you long term.
Okay, let's talk about the money. The earning potential here is real. In the US, the average salary grows steadily as you get more experience, jumping from around $73,000 to well over $100,000. And of course, where you live makes a big difference. You'll see higher numbers in big financial cities.
But here's the best part. Becoming a financial analyst isn't the finish line, it's the launch pad. From here, you can climb the ladder to senior analyst or finance manager. You can specialize in a cool area like FP&A. Or hey, you can even aim for the C-suite and become a CFO one day. The opportunities are huge.
We've laid out the map, we've shown you the tools, and pointed you toward the treasure. Now it's your turn. Your quest to become a financial analyst. Well, it starts right now. But before you set off, let me leave you with this piece of wisdom from a CEO who walked this path. In the beginning, you're going to be stressed about making mistakes. It's normal. But as you get more experience, you learn to see those mistakes for what they are, learning opportunities. And that pressure, it turns into motivation. And that's our deep dive. You officially have the roadmap. You know the skills you need, the steps to take, and the career paths that can open up. So the only real question left is the one right there on your screen. Where will your journey take you?